My name is Dawn. This is Wreath Decor by Dawn. If this is your first time joining me, say hello. Um, Thank you all for being here on Friday. This is day 3 of our 12 days of Christmas that Susan and I are doing. Susan from AC Inspired Wreaths. So if you haven't liked and followed our pages, please do so. She's AC Inspired Wreaths. Mine's Wreath Decor by Dawn. And every day we're alternating doing the 12 days of Christmas. All right, so what we're going to do today, let me move this out of the way so I can see it. I don't need my glasses to see that. Welcome, everybody. All right, so I have 2 candy cane, Dollar Tree candy cane wreath frames here, and that's what I'm going to be using today. What I did was I cut out the second section, and I'm going to be putting these 2 together, and we're going to be making them like this. And then we're going to add some fun stuff to it. So what I did, I started it already because I wanted to make sure I had enough there, because I don't have to put anything in the center or this middle piece where I'm going to connect them. So my bow's going to cover that up. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. All right, so I have some ribbon here. This is a 50-yard roll from Sam's that I'll be using, and it's just this red metallic with the green fuzzy edges on it. So I'm going to take these, and I just used wire cutters. Let me show you if you can see that right there in the middle. I just cut out the 2 middle bars right here on that one. So that one's going to be my right hook, I guess you could say. This will be my left hook. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to hit the share button. Let your friends know we're on. All right, so I'm going to take this ribbon and I'm going to wrap it around. And all I did was put a spot of glue on the frame on each side so it would hold my ribbon in place so I could get it started. And I did it about halfway up the ribbon so I can fold this end over when I get to get done with it. So I'm going to wrap. You've probably done these before. If you haven't, they're really simple to do. Just wrap it around. And then when I get to this second section, I'm just going to hit it with some glue. Excuse me. Hello. Thank you for joining me. We're going to glue this right here, and I'm not putting a lot of glue on here. I'm just putting enough to hold this in place. And I'm going to hold that for 1 second. So it should not burn you because you're not putting a whole lot on there. I should have gone maybe one more time. I'm wondering maybe. Let's try it one more time. I'm going to put some right here on this section. Hope you're all doing well today on Friday the 13th and nothing too bad is happening. I know some people are pretty superstitious. I'm not really. At least I don't think I am. First time watcher, new to the community and wreath making. Well, welcome, Emily. We're so happy you're here. Where are you from? Okay, I'm going to cut this about halfway in the back. I'm going to fold it over, and then I'm going to hit it with some glue. And please be careful when using a glue gun because it will burn your fingers. Some of us have learned that the hard way. I am not able to zoom in. I'm sorry, Dawn. But I will do my best to show you guys exactly what I'm doing here. All right, so all I did, we're going to have some glue strings. All I did was wrap that around. I did it twice at the bottom here. This middle section right here is where these are going to crisscross, and that's where my bow and everything will go. So I don't have to cover that section up. All right, so we're going to do the same thing on this one. I'm going to do, I'm going to hit it with some glue. Get this one out of my way. So if you just joined me, Susan and I from AC Inspired Wreaths, we're doing our 12 Days of Christmas lives. We're alternating every day. Today, of course, is my day. She will be on tomorrow at 2:45 Eastern. on her page, AC Inspired Wreaths. All right, so that's on there. So then we just take it and continue to wrap it around. And I am moving my wreath frame and not my ribbon. It's easier for me that way. So I'm just taking it and wrapping it. All right, so let me make sure it's tight enough. And we're going to hit this with a spot of glue. Don't burn your fingers. There we go. Make sure it was straightened out. You're at work today? Staying home being lazy? Yeah. That's my kind of day. Hey Tina, how are you? Thank you, Peggy, for sharing. I appreciate it. All right, then we're going to hit this side with some glue. Lay that on there and give it a second. Hey Kathy, how are you? All right, and I want to go one more time. And you don't have to do it this way. You can do it however you want. This is just the way I do it. All right, now I'm going to cut this. And we're going to fold it over. And we're going to tack it on right there. And these don't usually take very long to do them. You could put just a bow on this once you got it done and put some little fillers on in your bow and be done with it. Totally up to you. I've done several of them like that. Welcome, welcome. If you're new, tell me where you're from. I'd like to give all of our newbies a nice big welcome. I do go back after my live and welcome you again as well. All right, so there is, let me hold it like a candy cane so you can see it. There is the candy cane all wrapped. And as you can see, I left this section open. That's because I'm going to crisscross these two candy canes and I don't need that section filled in. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and what do I want to say? I'm trying to think of the word I want to say here. I'm going to fold these ends over. Let's go with that. Wouldn't know English was my first language, would you? Let's hold that on there, not burn ourselves. Hello from Tennessee. What part of Tennessee? I was just in Nashville last year. Going again in the probably March. Love Nashville. Tuck, thank you. That was a hard word for me, wasn't it? All right, let's fold this end over. Using my scissors so I don't burn myself. These are really fun and quick and easy projects. Hello, Canada. 30 miles south of Nashville. My mom lived in Lebanon when she was growing up. All right. That is tucked in there. I don't know why it is. Whenever I go live, my throat decides it's going to get all scratchy and fold it over. Nope. Put the glue on my fingers. Nope. So there's one. We're going to do the same exact thing on the second one. If I can get these glue strings off of me. Can't stand that feeling. I feel like spider webs on me. Alright, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put it halfway so that way we can tuck that over. Put a spot of glue right here. And I'm not using a lot. How many of you have made these? Hey, Kat, there's my sister. It's like you're constantly fighting with them. They really are like spider webs because they don't go away. Okay, we're just going to hit this one with the spot too so that when I wrap it around, it'll hold it in place better for me. No problem. All right. All right, so what we're going to be putting on here is this big bow that I made. Got a great big huge bow. I think I overdid it with the bow, but I had so many ribbons I liked. I couldn't just narrow it down to a few. And then I've got these cute little elves. I have a little girl. And I have a little boy elf. So we're going to be putting those on here as well. And then I have a whole bunch of candy picks and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to be doing with that. Bar. All right, we're going to wrap this one crossed. Hit this with some glue right here. Fold that over. Hold it for 1 second. All right, we're going to fold this end over. Doing this one just a little different. See if it's easier this way. Sounds like thunder, but it's not. The military's out doing their training. I live near a military base, so we get to hear all their. We're right by where the range is, so we get to hear all the fun little bombs and stuff, whatever you call them, machine guns, stuff like that. Indiana, hello. Did I say hello already? All right, so there's that one. I think I might have put too many on here, wrapped this too many times, but that's all right. It'll be okay. So there's that part. Now I'm going to finish this last little piece right here. All right. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom that I did on the other one. We're going to do it halfway. Hit this with some glue. And then I will show you how I'm going to put these two together. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate that. I hope y'all are enjoying your Friday and looking forward to your weekend. Hope you're doing something fun. I know we're limited sometimes on what we can and can't do in some areas, but we try to make the best of it, right? Alright, so we're going to do same thing over here. And this will only take a couple of wraps. And there we go. And if you're new to my page, I have an email list that you can join that will send you, I will send you an email alert whenever I go live. My normal live day is on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And Fridays at 2:30 Eastern. All right, let's fold this down. I don't know if you guys can hear that machine gun firing. I know my camera picks up a lot more sound than what my phone did when I was using it. All right, we are done with the ribbon. Now that I got glue all over my hands. All right, so let's get this out of the way. I'll put that away later. Get the bone maker out of the way. We don't need it. Make sure these are there. All right, let's fold this end over. Tuck this in. And this video will be available on my Facebook page to rewatch. You'll also find it on my YouTube channel. I upload all my videos over there after I edit them a little bit. Probably speed this process up here. And I will go back and double check all of these ends and make sure that they are down tight. All right. Okay, so there we go. All right, so these two sections, this one and this one, we're going to go this way. This one goes in here. All right, so this one is going to sit like this. So the rounded part is going to be up. This one, the rounded part, is going to be down. So we're going to put these together. I've got my little mark here where I know where I need to be. And then I'm going to take little zip ties. These are just 4-inch zip ties. And I'm going to zip tie these all together. Let me do it right here first. And I will show you what I'm doing here. I know it's hard for you guys to see it. I will show it to you. One day I will have a camera where I can zoom and do all that fun stuff, but I don't. I just started using this webcam. I was using my phone because it was so much easier for me. Welcome everybody. Thank you all so much for popping in today. We are doing a candy cane door hanger. All right, I've got to use my pliers to pull these tight. Sorry if I'm missing any comments, guys. I do go back and read them all after. See, those two look about the same. Good afternoon. I do thank you all for joining me today. All right, so I want to pull this down just a little bit so I can stick a zip tie up in here. There we go. Get that up underneath there. So this is probably overdoing it, but I like to be safe, better safe than sorry is my thinking here. So if one pops off, there's going to be a couple extra to hold it on. So, all right, that one's done. And let's see, do we need to put another one over here? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. What's that saying? Just do it. I won't say what brand it is, but I think we all know. All right, last one. So there's 4 pipe cleaners. There are 4 zip ties on here that are going to hold these in place, so there is no chance these are going anywhere. And if I can get my wire cutters in here, cut these off. Okay. So that's all I did. If you can see that right there, all I did was put zip ties where they crossed, where the bars crossed. This isn't going anywhere. Okay? All right, so there is our double hook candy cane. All right, now this should go a little bit quicker. So the reason I left this open, and it doesn't matter, is because that's where the bow is going to go. You're not going to see most of that at the top anyway, once I put this bow on here, if you can see that. So this is all going to be covered up here, and then we're going to fill that in. But first, let me see what's going to be easier to put on. These little elves, if you just joined, are going to sit in those little crooks. Yeah, I know. One side has to be flat and the other side is the back, actually the back of the wreath frame, but you can't really tell once you hang them up. You're not going to be able to tell that. Yeah, that would be nice, though, if they would make them a little different. All right, so, you know what? Let's go ahead and put the bow on. Well, it'll smash the bow. We'll wait. I don't want to smash my bow and be constantly fixing it. So this is what I'm going to do. All right, so the little boy and the little girl, I don't know, you know most things that you buy at the store that comes with these little little shelf setters. They come with a bag of rocks in them. They're crushed rocks. I call it dirt from China, but that's because that's where these are all from, but or the majority of them, not all of them. But anyway, I usually take that out, sew it up, and put batting in there when I put things on my wreaths. This, I'm not taking it out. This bag is really small. I can feel it in there. You can probably hear it. I'm going to leave it in there. Sorry, I was just checking your comments. I'm going to leave it in there for the balance, okay? Because I'm afraid that if I took it out, then one of these is probably going to be heavier than the other, and then it's going to make my door hanger be all wonky, and I don't want that. So we're going to leave it in. But what we're going to do is we're going to take floral wire. This is 26 gauge silver floral wire. I'm going to take a good piece off of here, and we're going to wire them on in a couple different places. So we don't need a whole lot. I tend to overdo it with my wire, I know, but it's just habit. I waste a lot of wire that way. So I'm going to cut probably 6 pieces off, and that's 3 for each of them, and if we need more, we'll add it. because it's just going to all depend on how these sit. So they're going to be sitting like they're sitting on a swing. All right, so the first one, I have these little yarn needles, upholstery needles. It's a little thicker, of course, than a sewing needle. It has a thin or slim profile, so it'll fit through there. They're not like those other plastic ones that we use for our wreaths and things. They're not these. These have a bigger eye on them, and they'll leave too big a hole in it. All right, so I'm going to take the wire, and we're just going to go right through their bum. Don't poke the bag of sand or dirt or whatever, rocks. And I'm going right where there's a seam in her rear end, and I'm pulling this wire through. Thank you for joining us, Tom. I appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to take that, and I'm going to twist it a couple times, and then I'm going to hit it with a dab of glue. No one's going to see it. Let that dry for a second. We'll do him. So I want to give a shout out to, I heard through the grapevine, I have a new follower in California. It's a young man named Ethan. He is 10 years old, and he just started watching my videos, and he's a huge fan, I heard. So I want to give him a shout out. Say, hey, Ethan, thank you so much for watching. All right, hit this one. Get rid of those strings. It's probably why I can never get them off of me, because the way I wrap them around my hand. All right, guys, I'm going to take a drink really quick. If you got them, drink them. All right, so the little girl should be done. So we're going to take her, and you can do this two ways. You can just go right through your ribbon, poke a hole, or you can spread them apart and put your wires through that way. I'm just going to poke a hole in it. So I'm going to take one piece of the thread. It's not thread, it's actually floral wire. We're going to go right in through the ribbon. Oh, you know what? Let me do that a different way. I use this one. Everybody's saying hello to Ethan. That's so sweet. Thank you, guys. He'll love that. Everyone's saying hello. All right, so we want this one to go. I guess it really doesn't matter. We'll just leave it. All right. So I want her to sit right there. Flip it over. I'm going to tighten these wires. Then I'm going to take another wire. Whoops, stay there. So what I mean by how long these wires are, I cut them way too long. And I'm going to put another one over here on his hip. Him or her, I don't remember which one I'm doing, her. Hello from Virginia, first time watcher. This didn't take very much ribbon at all. I used a 50-yard roll, and it didn't take much. I would say You could probably do both of these with a 10-yard roll, um, but don't quote me on that because I've not used a 10-yard roll. Whenever I do these, I use the 50-yard rolls from Sam's. All right, so I'm going to poke this through his hip. Maybe. At least the material's really thick. That's good. Thank you all for saying hello to Ethan. He'll like that. There we go. It's good that his or her outfit is thicker. All right, so now I'm going to take this one and go up through the ribbon again. And again, I apologize you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I will show it to you here in one sec. Just poking it right through that ribbon. It's not going to leave a hole. You're not going to see it, nothing like that. So we're going to tie this on here. And put her dress down. All right, now let me see what I need to hold her on. I'm going to put one, oops. You know what? Let's do this. Maybe it'll make it easier for you guys to see. I was going to wait and do this at the end, but I'll do it now. I'll put it up here on this little board, and hopefully you guys can see it better. How's that? All right, let's bring her skirt down. All right, so I'm going to put one over here on the side and attach her to the side. My trash bucket, sorry. Well, I thought I cut 6 of them. I only used 2, right? 1, 2. Maybe I didn't. Or I lost one. All right, she's going to fall down here for a second. And I'm going to tack her to the side right here. So I'm going to go through her little skirt, the waistband of her skirt. Trying to find a spot that's not so thick that I can get my needle to go through. There it goes. All right, and then I'm going to go right in through the ribbon. There we go. Get the needle off. We're going to take this other wire and go around the side and attach it. Make sure to pull that wire really tight, and that's going to help her stay in place. There we go. There's our little girl. Yeah, you guys can see it, but let me turn this to you. There. Okay. Let me do the little boy. I'm going to go ahead and put this one on his hip, and then I'll cut another one. It's probably on the floor. It's where everything ends up, isn't it? Sorry if I can't see your comments, guys. Alright, so we're going to do his hip. And let's do... we're going to do it on this side. So I'm just pulling the material away from that bag that's in there with those rocks. So I don't want to puncture that. Then that dust comes out. And don't want that. All right, I'm going to take this down for 1 second. I'll put them back up when I attach them to the side. That way you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to take the needle and go right through the material. Set him right there. Yep, right here. Okay, that didn't work. It helps if your wire stays on your needle. All right, I gotta flip them over. Okay, there's that one, and now the one that goes on the side right here. So have any of you ever made any of these? I'm going to go right through here. Okay, now he's on there, and we're going to have to see how I need to attach him so he doesn't fall off. I'll put this over here so y'all can see it. New here. Welcome, Teresa. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to go probably under his arm. And if they don't look right, I can always adjust them later. That's the good thing about these wires. I can just take it out and put it wherever I need it. So it's hard for me to see the front right now, but I'm going to put these on here. You've made the candy canes, but not the two. Yeah, see, he doesn't sit like she did. All right, let me see if I can get this to go through here. There we go. All right, there's that one. Like I said, if they're not sitting straight, I can go back and adjust them. I'm not finalizing anything just yet, so I just want them to be sitting on here. Did 2 out of Deco Mash. All right, there we go. So I want their little legs dangling. I might put another one in here for him on this side. That'll keep him straight. Oh, I forgot to fold that one over. I'll do that too. It's always going to be something. All right. So there's that. Let me see how it looks from my side. Yeah, he needs to be adjusted. She's good, but he needs to be adjusted. So I will do that at the end. Let me move this. I'll put it back up for you guys to see in just a few minutes. Let's put our bow on. Turn this. All right, so this bow I made on the Easy Bow Maker, and I used zip tie to hold it together. There's probably 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably 8 ribbons in this bow. All right, so we're going to put this on here. Yeah, he definitely needs to be adjusted, so I will do that after. Y'all won't have to sit here and watch me do all that again. I don't want to go too tight. I want it to be tight, but not too tight. And we're going to put a little candy piece in the center of my bow. Make sure these loops are not folded under. Alright, so there's that. Yeah, he's crooked, so I'll adjust him. And then here's the back, and what I'll do with the back is I will take some of the ribbon once I cut this off, and I will cover up this open spot right here, so that won't be seen. All the mechanics will be hidden. Hey, Ty! So all that will be hidden by some ribbon, so don't worry about that. It will be fixed. Alright, so the bow is not going to go anywhere. It's staying right here. Yeah, he definitely has to be adjusted. So once I get that done, we're going to put in some fillers. So I've got some holly berries, some greenery, some berry picks. We're not going to use all of it, but I've got it here just in case. And then I have these little ones with these blueberries on them that I was thinking I would cut the blueberries off and just use the greenery to put into my bow. These came from Walmart. They were like $1 a piece. And I'm just going to, I'm going to do with my little knife, cut the paper off of it. Careful not to cut your fingers. And just pull those wires out. And then, yeah, they just glued these berries on here. Not very good either. All right, so I have my glue pot going over here, and I'm just going to take some of these pieces that I've cut up. Whoops, that one got snagged on my bow. And we're going to lift up our bow loops. Oh, I hate that scraping sound. Put a little bit of glue on the end of it. That. And then glue it right underneath those loops. And I will hold that up for you in 1 sec. Can't really see them right now because they're behind the big loops, but here's one of them right here, right there. You'll see more of it once it starts to fill out in the front. So I'm going to take like 3 pieces of that and glue it. And I'm gluing it into the bow, not to the frame or the ribbon or anything like that. It's going right into the bow. And those loops are going to lay down on top of it. One more. We are almost done, guys. Not a lot left to do. So this is a really quick and easy project. So Get 1, 2, we'll put one down here. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now these are a little thinner, so we don't need that one. And then these we'll put into the next layer of ribbon. But there's 3 layers of the 2.5 inch ribbon. And I want to go opposite of where I put those other ones so that it looks like it's layered. There we go. And I will show you this in one sec. Let me get some of these pieces in here. That one there. We're going to put one over here. One right there. All right, I'm going to hold it up as soon as I get this on so you can see it. So there's that. There's the greenery. All right, let's see what kind of candy we want to put on here. We've got a couple extra pieces if we need them. But now we want to put in some candy pieces. I've got these little elf legs that I could put up here at the top. Let's do that. Let me see how long I need it first. So like I said, make sure you follow Susan at AC Inspired Wreaths. She will be up tomorrow at 2:45 on her page as part of our 12 days of lives. We're alternating so that neither one of us had to do a full 12 days. Can you imagine trying to come up with 12 days worth of projects to do on your own? That's a lot. So this way it kind of splits it up for us. Just dump it out. How's that? Let's see. We got these little peppermint candies. I like these little ball sprigs that are on here as well. So we can cut one of these off and put it in the center. I do have some of my wreath kits left if anyone's interested in those. The one wreath hanging up right behind me over here on the rack, that's part of one of my wreath kits that I have. It's a Merry Christmas wreath kit. don't think I want to use any of these. And that one broke off. I don't want to use that. Let's put the greenery over here. I'm going to put the other one down here. Let's see. I'm going to hold this up. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to show it to you. Before I changed my cameras, y'all had an overhead view. But everybody said they wanted to see a straight on view, so I changed my camera. But now it makes it harder for you guys to see when I'm doing stuff like this. So I guess there's no win, really. Let me do my bucket. Those two there. All right, let's put a couple of these little swirly swigs in here. Scissors. And then we will be done. And I will fix the little boy so he's not crooked. So it's always good to pick these picks apart. That needs to be cut off. Somebody's going to get snagged on that. Don't want anybody getting their fingers snagged on it. Alright, so we're just going to take some of these little curly cues, put some glue on them, and we're going to put them in here as well. Put that one on top of the bow. And this one doesn't have, it's not curled all the way, so let's fix this. Don't you love it? There we go. All right. A couple of these, and then I'm going to hold it up for y'all. One more. So see, we didn't even need half of this stuff here. Does it have any more of these? Do not see another one. Well, that's okay. All right, so let me hold this up for you. I feel like I need something right there at the bottom. Maybe we'll cut one more of these off. Where's that other one? Here. Let me cut one more of these off here and we'll put it at the bottom. Alright, guys. So don't forget to check out Susan tomorrow at 2:45 Eastern over on AC Inspired Wreaths. She's going to be doing day 4 of our 12 days of lives. Sunday we will both be on. Oh, great. Now I got to go fix that too. Just pull this ribbon out. Or her ribbon. All right, so here we go. I know he's crooked. I will fix him. But there we go. So there's our little door hanger. And then we'll put a hook on the back of it so that that will hang up on the door. So what do you guys think? I will adjust him so that he's sitting straight. Don't worry. All right, there we go. Isn't that cute? So just something different to do with those candy canes. It's got a little bit of a weight to it, but not too bad. Not any more than a wreath would. So I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. Check out Susan at AC Inspired Wreaths tomorrow, 2:45 p.m. I will be back on Sunday at 2, and then Susan will follow me at 3 on Sunday, and then we will start all over again on Monday. And I will be doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and she'll be doing Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and then we'll both be doing the following Sunday. So that is our schedule for the next couple of days. So thank you so much. Thank you all for joining me. Hello to everybody who's new. I will go back after the live and welcome you all. Don't forget you can sign up for my email list if you'd like. Just type in the word email in the comments and I will shoot the link to you to sign up for that. You can also get my supply list, which is a list of everything that I'll use, all my tools, my ribbon racks, everything, the lights, the camera, the whole 9 yards if anyone's interested in that. Type in the word supply and I'll shoot you that link as well. And then you can also check out my wreath kits at wreathdecorbydawn.com. And I also sell the needles for helping get the attachments and signs onto your wreaths and through grapevines. You can find those in my shop as well. They're very popular. So you can get all that stuff there at my shop by going to wreathdecorbydawn.com. All right, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Hopefully it continues to go well for everyone, being Friday the 13th. And I will see you all tomorrow on Susan's Live at 2:45, where I'll be helping moderate for her. All right, guys, enjoy your weekend and be safe, okay? We'll see you tomorrow.